Good to know. Self-care.
Yes.
What do you do?
Self-care. So I'm a big, huge K-drama fan. And
Mm.
I feel like anyone that hears that would literally just roll their eyes and go, oh, another one. But I am a huge K-drama fan. I've been for a while now. I also do salsa. So it's a compilation of like when it's been a long day. I've been working, I've been writing grants, I've been like, putting together strategies, all of that stuff. I literally just shut off my computer, take my computer again, and go on Netflix and watch K-drama or Chinese drama, like literally. And I feel like it literally brings me so much joy. And during those moments, like even my brothers, I'm like, don't talk to me, do not call me unless you're bringing me food. Yeah, literally just food and K-drama, and like I'm set. And then yeah, I also dance salsa. So usually like when I'm having like a really tough day and like I want to move, I'll just go and do some dancing.
Mm. That's nice.
Mhm.
How many siblings do you have?
Two brothers.
You are the first daughter? Pressure.
I know, right?
But
Yep. First daughter, two brothers.
now they are grown.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're grown, but it's like they're always going to be my baby brothers, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like there's this thing that happens with boys that like it gets to a point where they feel like they are you know what I mean? Like they feel like they're older than you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Nah, they would like to take care of you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it.
Okay. Are there topics you want to discuss?
Other topics I want to, I mean, how are you feeling? I'm curious to know how you're feeling.
I felt more than exhausted
I can imagine.
last night.
Mhm.
I remember one of the speakers came. She was like, if you haven't slept, your mental health might be affected.
Yeah.
And sincerely speaking, when she was talking, I wasn't hearing what she was saying properly
I can
because I was
imagine.
so
You were
sleepy.
so sleepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And yeah, but this morning I feel so good. I felt so good. One, because I saw the number on the clock.
Yeah,
I saw the number.
that can do that too.
Yeah.
That can do that too. I mean, honestly, I feel like this is amazing,
Thank
right?
you.
And it's also because it's amazing because it's attached to something.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like one of the most amazing things ever because when you look at like even like youth entrepreneurship or you look at entrepreneurship generally, like it really requires you to have a lot of support. So
Yeah.
just being able to have a space where folks know that like they can get that support is impressive. So I think for me that was the reason I'm like, oh, I'd definitely love to be a part of this because it's beyond like it's great. Like you're literally breaking it, y'all. Like, and it goes beyond the record. It goes
Yeah.
beyond that. And I think that's
Absolutely.
really and truly what like is so you should be proud of yourself. And I know that
Thank
like
you.
after this, you're just gonna be like, nobody talked to me for 5 days. Your body is
Oh
literally just
yeah.
gonna go through like a transformation,
Yeah.
right?
True.
So yeah, no, congratulations. I think
Thank you.
it's definitely we're almost there.
I could never have done it without the support of, the speakers first, then my guys and people that I don't even know,
Mhm,
and of course my family.
mhm.
My nephew and niece, they came all the way from Nigeria
Oh,
to support me. So yeah.
sweet.
So I'm so grateful. When I saw the response, I was like, oh yeah, but we've done it, you know. The only problem was not being able to sleep as I want.
I know, I think I saw one of your interviews and you're like,
I was dozing.
you were talking about how you love to sleep.
Yeah.
And when you were thinking about doing this, you were like, oh, I'm not gonna sleep. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sleep, and you've done it.
Yeah.
You've done it. So congratulations.
Thank you.
As an avid sleeper myself, like I think if there's a sleepathon,
Mm.
I might genuinely winning because I genuinely love to sleep. So I love the fact that like, you've been able to, and I think that's kind of like what I was talking about earlier, that like there is something that happens to your psyche when there is a restriction on something, like your tunnel vision on something.
Mhm.
Like literally, you just have to just you're
Yeah.
just like this, and your mind and your body and everything is like, okay, we need to sleep, but it's also like, okay, no, no, no,
Mm.
we have to keep going because
Yeah.
this is,
But
so
I
I love
almost
that.
fell here though.
You almost fell,
Hmm.
like as in like fell asleep, or like you literally almost
My
fell.
body was just shutting down, because
5 days.
sometimes I did have power nap, 20 minutes power nap,
Yeah,
15 minutes power nap.
yeah,
Then I come back again and we start. Yeah, it was
yeah,
only last night that I think I did. How many minutes?
Pretty much 30 to 40.
Yeah.
That's the longest you can.
yeah. Because your body was just like, I don't know which one you
Yeah.
are, but
Yeah. It was so much.
oh,
It was so much. But again, when I think about it, I would say being able to manage sleep
mhm,
within this period was
mhm.
the best thing I've achieved this year because honestly, it was like my fear.
That you were going to sleep.
Yes. I was going to fall on the stage because I was sleepy.
We're always going to be your self-care after this,
Yeah, so first I will go for massage.
as you should.
Yeah, I'll go for massage, then I'll sleep. And
You
then
probably fall asleep on the massage table,
I
actually.
know, I
That's
know.
exactly what's gonna happen. Like you're
Absolutely.
just gonna fall asleep.
Yeah.
And then the lady's gonna be like, excuse me, you're ready.
Yeah, your session is over.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's it. Just massage and sleep.
um, hmm, back to work.
Back to work. The
But
life of an entrepreneur is quite interesting.
I know, I'll give myself 1 week.
Two,
Um,
sir.
I
You just broke a world record. 2 weeks, sir.
know, right?
Look at, like, you see, that's the thing about self-care, and I think just about life in general, that like we're always able to tell other people how they should live their lives.
Mm,
And like, like if it was me, I wouldn't take the advice I'm giving you when I'm
yeah.
like, oh, I should take 2 weeks off. I wouldn't. But I do think that you need to take 2 weeks off,
Mm,
you know,
of course, we'll go for a dinner
as you
and
should.
yeah, we'll go for a dinner, give award to those that have distinguished themselves.
Yeah.
I
No, you
think,
guys have done an amazing,
yeah,
you guys have done an amazing job. The response from the communication to everything else. It's been amazing.
yeah.
It's been
I'm
amazing.
so glad because, yeah, uh, when you think about it, some people were like, oh, but you've created over 20 events. Most of them were free events. People
Mhm.
come, they
Mhm.
eat, they meet exciting people, and they listen to content and go home. And I drive myself home and still think of how to cook my food. So,
Oh.
so somebody was like, well, you shouldn't be surprised because you've done all these things for the community. So,
Mhm.
but people are busy. People are busy, and anyone that steps out of their own bubble to
Yeah.
support,
Mhm.
yeah, I can never take it for granted. So I feel privileged.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is, I genuinely think that you guys should be like super, super proud.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, I think myself and like all the other speakers are very happy to be able to be part of this because it's not
Thank you.
easy.
Hmm.
It's not easy at all. I mean, I thought I could talk, but I was like, yo, 29 hours. Try, try. But honestly, it's not easy.
Yeah. But I will do something to food when I get home.
You have to what?
I will do something to food.
Yeah, like you
Uh,
got like a serious,
replenishing.
yeah. Drink coconut water, lots
Yeah.
of coconut water,
Hmm.
so that you stay hydrated and you get back all the electrolyte.
Yeah.
You know, you actually technically, I don't know if you've been eating in between, but like
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
have like spicy food right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your body needs first sleep. So like I think you fall asleep and then your body's gonna be like, I think there's something else we need to be doing. Like, you know those ones where like you're literally just chilling, you're sleeping and then all of a sudden you just like shoot out of bed because you're
Mm,
so hungry.
mhm.
Yeah, that's literally what's gonna be.
I know.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So how did you see it?
How did I see it?
The communication.
LinkedIn.
All right.
LinkedIn. LinkedIn actually was where I first saw it. And then I have yeah, I saw it on LinkedIn. And then like I mentioned earlier, some of my networks were also like,
Right.
oh, this is so exciting.
Yeah.
As well. It's like, yeah, it was LinkedIn actually.
There are many people who wanted to join, but if I say I will go beyond 1 p.m., I might embarrass somebody. So I don't want to disappoint anybody or embarrass myself. So it's best that we get to top of the hour and we can go home and
Top of the hour. No, 100 hours is amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, no, it's been great. It's been great.
Mm.
So how do you take care of your mental health?
Very good question though. I pray a lot. I pray a lot because I think a lot. I live in my head a lot. So prayer becomes my outlet. And of course I do meditation. I do meditation and I'm very connected to my significant other. Yeah. And I try to eat as healthy as I can and, exercise. Yeah. It was, I write.
Nice.
Yeah. So it helps to offload.
Upload.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Do you like do you have a mentor? Do you think that like mentorship is I don't know, like I'm interviewing now. Like do you
No, it's
think that
okay.
like mentorship is vital in the line of work that you're in?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, I haven't had a mentor.
Okay.
So some of the people I wanted to mentor me were so busy.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what I did was I picked, the things I could learn. And then I read lots of books. What movies are my mainstay, and then yeah. So I use social media for extended information gathering. Yeah.
How do you, because I think a lot of times people assume that, a mentor is someone that literally like, basically
Yeah.
someone that is with you all the time. But I think, just case in point, in terms of like what you said is like you can have a virtual mentor, or you can have someone that like, really inspires you, but it doesn't necessarily mean that like, you've met them before, right? And I think that's why I always talk about like the importance of like mentorship and representation, because for a lot of like young girls or like even for adults, really, sometimes seeing that someone else can do something inspires you to do it as well.
Yeah.
Like imagine the number of people that you would also inspire that would say, okay,
Yeah.
maybe it might not necessarily be an interview
Mm.
marathon, but it
Mm.
could be something else,
Mhm.
right? The same way that like, we all watched Hilda do the cookathon.
Yeah, I know.
Like, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like mentorship is so vital, but it's also so, I feel like it's one of the one of the most underrated things, like
Absolutely, you're
when it
right.
comes to like
Career
entrepreneurship,
growth, yeah.
personal development and
Yeah.
all of that. So how do you identify like a mentor? Like what are some of the things that you look for in another person?
Expertise.
Mm.
Expertise is one. There's this lady, she's in the States. And so I saw her on social media. I visited the website. Honestly, it made me cry because I felt like I wasn't doing, as much as I thought I was doing. And little things get my attention. Some of the things that get my attention might not get other people's attention. When I see something that is well organized, excellent, and good, it gets my attention a lot. So I sent her an email. She's much, much younger than myself, but she's obviously, she has a lot of expertise. Yeah. So I sent her an email and, she responded. So we started communicating, and then subsequently she helped me in several, many. In fact, in, in fact, I can tell you my writing career was much influenced by this lady, and in my own opinion, I think I do very good writing. And so, unfortunately, eventually we lost contact. Maybe she got busy in job, the communication became one direction. And yeah, so however, what I look for in a mentor is one, unquestionable expertise. And then, of course, they have to be somebody I can still call my mentor tomorrow, not just today. So yeah, I like, you see how Anita Eskin has over the years evolved, rebuilt, something like that.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, I also do think though that like, mentorship can be for a season,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Because as you grow as an individual, it doesn't necessarily mean that like, your mentor, whoever it is that you're seeking advice from, is also like growing, right? So I think that's like one of the things that I'm always also like very wary of, that like, when I was like starting out my organization very, very early on, there were people that I was like constantly speaking to, right? That was helping me and guiding me along the ways. But then as I grew, they were not necessarily
Growing at the same pace.
Yeah, do you understand? But then they were also necessarily not fit to, because like I think sometimes people get to like a plateau,
Yeah.
and then that's where they are, right?
Yeah,
And then it's
yeah.
like they're experts, right?
Right.
So it's like, I don't think, for example, someone like Bill Gates can reach any higher than where he is right now. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So if you have someone as like a Bill Gates as like, your mentor, it's like it would, your desire is to get to where they're at. And then maybe you might realize, actually, you know what, the resources and things that Bill Gates has to get to where he is, I don't have that. So then you're just like, okay, maybe I need to find someone that is like, within. But I think it really just comes down to the fact that it's someone that inspires you to be better, right? And for you to grow. And you see, I always also say that like, mentorship it goes both ways.
Yeah,
Right? So I'm always asking myself, okay, how can I also support this person in the areas that they want to? And I think it was one instance where there was this young girl, and she had reached out to me to mentor her, and then I had a meeting with her, and then she's like, okay, well, you just taught, you just helped me a lot, like, you just helped me figure out a lot of things. Now I have a question for you. I was like, oh, what's up? She's like, how can I best support you? And that was the very first time that I would say that like a mentee had asked me
That's a
that
good
question.
mentee.
And I was just so flabbergasted. I was like, I didn't even know what to say. And I'm like, you know what? The fact that you even offered is amazing. And I even told her that this is a really good trait for you to have when you are seeking other people to support you or to mentor you, right? Because it's not necessarily like a one-way street. And then there's also a difference between like mentorship and sponsorship. Where people like, you need a mentor in your life, you need a sponsor in your life, and you need an advocate and a coach, right? So your sponsor would be the person that would literally go through all the different hoops to make sure that if there's an opportunity, like, you're in front of the opportunity, and then the advocate, I guess, also in a way kind of like goes through,
Sponsor and advocate,
it's also kind of like the same thing. But I think especially for like, the youth when they're in the workspace, I don't think we think about it from that perspective. Like in North America, if anyone is talking about, work-life balance, or they're talking about like, how you can grow within the different aspects of your work, they're always talking about have a mentor, have a sponsor, have an advocate. Over here, I don't hear a lot of that. In terms of like, if people really think about the fact that like, I need to have an advocate within my workplace. I need to have a sponsor within my workplace, and not sponsoring like the way that people think of sponsor, but someone that really like advocates for you, someone that makes sure that there are opportunities. Like, and I think, there are opportunities that I've gotten that it's just literally been someone who sees something about girls. Like maybe it's not even anything about the work that I do directly, but they'll see anything about girls, like, oh, check this out. I'm like, oh, this is not very direct. They're like, yeah, still check it out. Right. Or, oh, this is happening. Check it out. Like, and I think that's so important. And as anyone navigates their career, I think that's something that they should always, always, always look for.
Agreed. 100%. 100%. Maybe in Ghana, because we don't have so many big corporations,
Mm,
perhaps.
maybe that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But it's a question of how can we actually cultivate that within like even the smaller institutions, right?
Yeah, because they can advocate for your house.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like even it's also like a question of like growth within your career or like even growth within like the industries. Like, do you get into a space and then it's like, oh, that's it.
That's
Like,
it. Yeah.
this is where I'm going to be for the next. This is where I'm retiring. Like, if I started off as a teller, am I going to be a teller till I retire, right?
You
Or am I
can
going to
aspire to be the manager of the
exactly
bank.
But then it's a question of, is that something that is always communicated? Is that something that is always there? Like, I remember when the story of like the Nike's current president came out,
Yeah.
like him starting out as an intern and now being a president. And there was an article that said that this is the last time that this is ever going to happen in the history of Nike or even in the history of
Corporate
any
America.
corporation, right? And it's so interesting because he started out as like literally an intern, no experience intern, and like the full word of what internship actually used to be, right? And then you look at corporate America, or you even look at corporate Ghana now, and you ask yourself, is there an opportunity for us to like actually cultivate that within, the space that we find
Maybe
ourselves?
if you are sponsored by a politician, yes.
That's quite sad. That's quite sad. But it's quite
And
sad.
not exclusive to Ghana. I mean, in Nigeria, for example, same thing. If you have Abuja connection,
See,
yeah,
Abuja, is that what you guys call it? Abuja.
yeah, yeah,
Abuja is the capital city.
yeah. So if you have Abuja connection, you can always get jobs even with or without no qualification.
See,
Hmm.
I see. I mean, it's definitely interesting. Yeah, it's definitely interesting to say the least, because I think that's one of the things that I look at, every time we are even doing programming, is that the firsthand experience that internships give you is like is so amazing,
Yeah.
right? Like if you're able to get an internship that allows for you to shadow somebody or
Yeah.
allows for you to actually learn on the ground. Not the internship where they're sending you to go by watching every 5 minutes, but like really like learning something and just getting the full essence of what that internship entails. It really helps your career,
It
right?
does.
Because like we are in a very interesting space right now where a lot of the girls, and I say girls because girls are the people that I work
With, yeah.
with, but like a lot of young people that are graduating from senior high, right? Not a lot of them can afford to go to university.
Yeah, it's true.
So we have a very interesting pool of um what's it called? Youth that are literally going to be unemployed, one, or are not going to have access to decent work. So it's really interesting to me, like always exploring how we can leverage internships during that time to kind of like really build on the skills, because you see places like Google that is saying they're
Yeah.
dropping,
University degrees
degrees
in favor of specialized training.
exactly.
And
Right. So how are we taking advantage of kind of like those?
that's ready for work. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is
That's
ready
ready.
for work.
Yeah.
Because I think that's a very interesting space.
It
And
is.
I like anytime I get the opportunity to speak to anybody, I'm always saying that like that is an untapped market. Because free education is great. It has taken a lot of people through the education system, but not everyone is going to go through the post-secondary system,
Mhm.
right? So like I'm very interested to see what the rates is in terms of like graduation rates
Mm.
from SHS
Mm.
and the entrance rates to university.
Yeah.
Because it's a very interesting time.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I feel like that's the sweet spot.
Mhm.
So yeah, no, I definitely think that we need to work together.
We do. We do.
That's
We do. Let's talk. And okay, say more words. 1 minute more.
forward. Well, I think on behalf of everybody, we would like to say congratulations to you
Thank you.
for breaking the record and also for staying true to yourself and staying true to your mission, the thing that you want to do, for believing in yourself and creating the space for all of us to share. He did it. Like, and I think this
We
like
did it.
yeah, you guys did it. So I don't know if we're gonna do like a little countdown, but like
Yeah.
this is amazing. 4.
Delight. Oh my.
For the 100th hour. Oh my goodness. How you feel?
You know,
A big weight
weights
has
off
been
my
lifted off
shoulder.
your shoulder. Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, this is so amazing. This is so amazing. Oh, this
Thank
is
you,
amazing.
guys.
Yep.
So
That's it, folks.
officially,
Yes.
officially, um, after how many days? Where is that? Call the other people. Call them.
Who's that?
Call everyone else. And open the rules and regulation. There's a place they say how we should close it. Let's be sure we're adhering to every step of it.
That's all. That's
Oh.
really what happened. That's very important.
I want my certificate. There was storage. Yeah.
Because what the current the current time
55.
55. Oh, listen, if we are all we're going to come after them on like all the panels because yeah, 55 and you done 100, bro. I would have done 70 and be like, oh.
Cristiano Ronaldo, he's one of the best. What's going on?
Still live.
Is this still live?
Yeah, still live.
Oh.
Still live. Access to Reddit.
Oh, okay, great. Well, this is amazing. 100 hours.
Thank you.
Amazing. This is actually really amazing.
Come again. What are you looking for? The rules. Okay. So go to that G drive. Google Drive. Where we have those assets. GSEW24.
Yeah, guys. I'm glad that at least everyone got to sleep in between.
I know.
Oh, this is so amazing. Like I'm looking at everyone, you can tell that everyone is just like, bruh, I'm going to sleep.
Oh, these ones, they've been sleeping. Don't mind you.
Yeah.
Okay. Justice, if you don't see it, come and read from here. If you don't see it, come and read from here. The closing. There's a place where they say we need to. Okay, this is evidence, video evidence, logbooks, media article, witness. Is the AC still on? Yes. Then close it off. I know I saw something that we must close it. Okay.
particular. Okay, this one.
You want to stay? You want to stay for the closing? Okay.
Yeah, I might as well
Did
stay and end it with you.
Yes, please. Did anybody buy the confetti? No confetti.
What is this? One last speaker.
One last speaker. Oh, we have closed now. Are we still live? Just end it. Uh,